Reality is the only word in the language that should always be used in quote.
KRUI.
Okay, good morning, Iowa City. You're listening to KRUI. It's 89.7 FM on your radio, KRUI.FM, streaming online. My name is Justin Comer. I'm here for a very early edition of iHearIC Radio. The show is usually on at 3 p.m., but I gotta work all day today, so you're getting me at 8:33 a.m. today. I'm tired, but we're doing it. All right. So the agenda for today is a preview of this Thursday's live show. We're doing an iHearIC showcase concert at the Mill on September 26th, this Thursday at 9 p.m. It's going to feature performances by my friends Aligned at Variance, The Twisted Roots, Betho, and myself. So I'll be playing some tracks from my friends today, and I'm actually going to be performing live in the studio as a little bit of practice for my set on Thursday. So look forward to that. My voice is a bit limited in range right now because it's too early for me to be awake. Yes, 8:30 a.m. It's too early for me. But I'm going to give it a shot anyway later on. I'm playing some pop songs, so I'm going to pick out the one with the lowest range to accommodate for my limitations this morning. Before I get into the music for today, there's an article that I want to read, and just to talk about a situation that happened recently. This is in the Iowa City Press Citizen. The article is by Amy Bro. This was published on the 19th. This was on Thursday. The headline here is Gary Barta says University of Iowa no longer looking into marching band incident. It says, still not elaborating on what may have happened to some members of the University of Iowa Hawkeye Marching Band during last week's game in Ames, UI Athletic Director Gary Barta said Thursday he and his Iowa State counterpart are no longer investigating the incident. Barta said it's time to move forward and that it isn't feasible to determine what actually occurred on Saturday between band members and Cyclone fans. He and rival athletic director ISU's Jamie Pollard spoke about the incident Monday, but ultimately decided some days later that further inquiries would be fruitless. This is a quote from him. Jamie Pollard and I had a telephone conversation mid-afternoon Monday in which we discussed general scope of the incident. We agreed together to gather facts. After collecting information Monday and Tuesday, we realized it would be difficult to verify details and elected to focus on moving forward on future events. In a joint statement Wednesday, the athletic directors said interactions between fans and both universities' marching bands recently have been rude, vulgar, and in some cases violent. University of Iowa officials have declined to confirm whether the weekend incident was violent, though Barta said one student band member required medical attention. That individual will be okay, Barta said. I cannot comment further due to medical privacy laws. The Iowa State University Police Department has not responded to inquiries about whether officers are investigating any incident involving the Iowa band. The Ames Police Department hasn't received reports related to the alleged incident, according to Criminal Investigations Division Commander Jason Tuttle. The department had about 10 officers working at the football game. Gary Barta released a statement Monday announcing the UI was looking into inappropriate actions taken against the band in response to two media inquiries about a post made on social media, said Steve Rowe, Assistant Athletics Director for the UI. The release said Iowa officials contacted ISU officials and were working to gather information. The next day, Pollard told reporters early reports to him on the matter indicated there was little reason to suspect an altercation. Here's what I do know happened last week. This state had a national audience with ESPN's College Game Day. It was an awesome celebratory day for both Iowa and Iowa State. It brought great exposure to the Cy-Hawk series and Iowa corn and everything great about this state, Pollard said. It pains me to think that a pretty vague release has kind of damaged that nationally. By Wednesday, both athletic directors were on the same page. They released a brief, vague joint statement in which they agree that both bands have felt unsafe at away games against their corn state rivals. The two promised to improve the safety of visiting marching bands and asked that fans chip in by showing more respect for visiting teams. We should all feel embarrassed when students in the bands don't feel safe when performing at an away game, read the Wednesday statement. Okay, so somebody ended up in the hospital over this. Football fans apparently physically assaulted a University of Iowa marching band, or a group of students, I think. Someone's in the hospital over this, or, received medical attention at the very least, and they're saying, we don't know for sure if it got physical, if there was any violence that occurred. Well, what was the medical attention needed for, if not some sort of attack, The University of Iowa since has reversed course after a bunch of marching band members talked about the incident on Facebook. They are investigating the situation, but just the fact that this statement even came out just makes me very angry. It's difficult to talk about this on the radio without, swearing. I'm pretty annoyed by this. Not to make this about me, but I guess the reason I feel so strongly about it is because I've been in a marching band before. I didn't want to be in a marching band. The reason I participated in marching band was because it was a requirement in order for me to participate in musical groups that I did want to participate in. So it was an obligation, and if I had to go to a football game that I didn't want to go to, performed on a football field in the mud, music that I don't really care about, had to stay for the game to play as a pep band or whatever. This is all stuff I didn't want to do, but had to do in order for me to be able to do things I did want to do, If I had gone through all of this stuff I didn't want to do as an obligation, as, doing my duty, and then a football fan physically assaults me, and then a statement comes out from someone with authority basically saying, we don't care enough about this to actually follow up and figure out what happened and help you. We don't have your back on this. It doesn't really matter that much to us. That football game was really great and awesome, though, wasn't it? It's too bad that you guys had to, ruin it by talking to the media about how you were attacked by someone. Would I even be a musician at this point? I mean, there's no way I could go back and continue being in the marching band after it's so clear that I'm being put in a dangerous situation and nobody is going to care at all after the fact. No one's going to back me up and take care of the situation. This is outrageous. I guess that's all I wanted to say. It's an awful situation. I hope everyone actually involved in the altercation is all right, and I hope the school actually cares enough to help you out with this situation, and that it doesn't happen again, and that anyone who feels comfortable making a public statement essentially saying you don't matter faces some sort of consequences. Okay? All right, let's play some music, huh? So, as I mentioned, we've got a show coming up this Thursday, 9 p.m. at the Mill, September 26th. It's going to feature a performance by my friends Aligned at Variance. That's Joseph Norman and Jonathan Wilson, guitar and saxophone and electronics. They were on this radio program over the summer, performed here in the studio for me and for the listening audience. And I have a recording of something that they improvised together at Voxman a few months ago. This is from Joseph's SoundCloud page. This is part of their improvisation set number 5, and in the entire series of improvisations, this is number 20. So here's Aligned at Variance with number 20 from improvisation set number 5.
Support for KRUI is provided by Little Village. Little Village is Iowa City's independent, community-supported news and culture publication. Little Village's event calendar connects readers with critical cultural opportunities. Through journalism, essays, and events, Little Village works to improve our community according to core values: affordability and access, economic and labor justice, environmental sustainability, racial justice, gender equity, quality healthcare, quality education, and critical culture. Little Village can be found in print editions at local businesses in Iowa City, as well as online at littlevillagemag.com.
That's right. If you're just tuning in, this is iHearIC Radio. It's a show about local music. On this week's show, we are previewing the live concert we've got coming up this Thursday, September 26th, 9 p.m. at the Mill. I just played a track by Aligned at Variance, my friends Joseph Norman and Jonathan Wilson. That was improvisation number 20 from their improvisation set number 5. If you enjoyed that and you want to find more of it, you can find it at Joseph's SoundCloud, Joseph Norman SoundCloud. He's got at least 19 other improvisations up there, and you can, of course, hear them live this Thursday at our show, if you are so inclined. Another group that will be performing on this Thursday's concert is the Twisted Roots, a folk bluegrass group that is a close friend of the show. They also came on this show, the radio show, earlier this summer. And I've got here 2 songs that they played last time they were on the concert series. This was January 25th of 2019, also at the Mill. First up is their performance of There Is a Time, a song by the Dillards. And after that is My Heart Will Go On, of course made famous by Celine Dion. Here we go, The Twisted Roots.
Follow after, but there is love one true time I hold to in my life will always go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. You're here, there's nothing I fear, and I know that the heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way, and we're safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on.
Yes, that was the Twisted Roots playing My Heart Will Go On, and before that they played There Is a Time. If you're just tuning in, this is KRUI in Iowa City, 89.7 FM, KRUI.FM, streaming online. My name is Justin Comer. The show's called iHearIC Radio. It's about local music. My voice probably sounds a little bit different now because I had to switch over here to my live performance setup. Hold on, let me make sure this works too. Okay, yeah, that's good. So we have a show coming up this Thursday, the iHearIC concert series. September 26th, this Thursday, starts at 9 p.m., and it's at the Mill. Every artist that you're hearing on this radio program today will be performing, so you'll hear Aligned at Variance, you'll hear the Twisted Roots, you'll also hear me, and I opted to actually perform live in the studio as a little bit of practice for my performance this Thursday. And I'll be playing some pop music, some covers from the 90s. I'm going to be playing the first 4 songs featured on the Now That's What I Call Music compilation, Volume 1. And today in the studio, I'm going to try to perform The Way by Fastball, which is track number 3 on Now. There's a little bit of delay that I can hear in my microphone, so that's going to throw me off a little bit, but I should hopefully be able to get through the performance at least. And I've got my keyboard here, and I'll be playing some drum and bass tracks on my laptop as well. Again, it's very early for me to be singing and performing, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Let me just get a little bit of water so my throat doesn't dry up and ruin everything. Hang on. Okay, I'm back, and let's engage my vocal reverb. Yeah, sounds really good. Okay, I think that worked. All right, so up next, I'm going to play a couple of tracks by Beatho, because he's also performing this Thursday. If you'd like to learn more about Beatho, you may want to check out last week's episode of iHearIC Radio. He was on for the full hour, and we talked about how he got into music, other stuff. He actually freestyled in the studio, which was really cool, because he's good at it. And it was really impressive to see him just improvising lyrics on the fly, which is something I am not capable of at all. And yeah, I mean, I think you'll really like it if you check that out. So here's a song of his called Best Rapper That You Never Heard Of. And after that is a song of his called Flatline. I just want to indicate that both of these have been censored by me very tastelessly. I don't have a very, light hand when it comes to cutting profanity out of music to play on this show. Because I don't know, I feel like I want to be able to play bad words on the air. So when I'm not able to, I want to make it as abrasive as possible. So when you hear a burst of white noise in these tracks, know that Beatho is saying a bad word, and I am protesting his inability to do so on air. Okay? So here's Best Rapper That You Never Heard Of, followed by Flatline. Enjoy.
See what they say about me. Go around and find out. See what they say about me. I'm the best rapper that you never heard of. Word up. Rap the way to success like Surf's Up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn. I'm the best rapper that you never heard of. Word up. Rap the way to success like Surf's Up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn. Been doing this for a minute, got my name out. Hating on me, T.I. break 'em out. That's the way I feel. Hating on the sideline, that's just the way it goes when you got the light line. Hating on you cause they can't duplicate what you got. I'm gonna lean and rock my own way. These gonna follow when I get success. Bitches see sorrow, fake ass wanna see me done up, wanna try to do me in, motherfucker run up. Beat the wanna come up, just showing y'all something. Be straight up fake, that's why I give my back to nothing. If you wanna bring it to me, I'ma turn away. Go through the hole, no need to shoot the J. LeBron James on these weak little 3-peat on these A&M asphalt militia. I'm the best rapper that you never heard of. Word up. Rap the way to success like Surf's Up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn. I'm the best rapper that you never heard of. Word up. Rap the way to success like Surf's Up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn. Don't trust nobody, that's my motto. About my G's, then it is not yours. So don't try to dip in my pocket, my style is mine. You can't knock it, I'm gonna get proper. Dipping off, looking proper. Mad at me, just to fly like a helicopter. But I'm just doing though, and I might do your girl. Guess what? When she get caught up in those squirrels, she gonna be gone. And get that's a stunt, cause you don't even know. Beatho got what you want, and I don't lie or flaunt. Just tell the truth, like I heats up the track, and when I kills the booth. I'm the best rapper that you never heard of. Word up. Rap the way to success like Surf's Up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn. I'm the best rapper that you never heard of. Word up. Rap the way to success like Surf's Up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn. Go around and find out, see what they say about me. Say Beatho, go around and find out, see what they say about me. Say Beatho, go around and find out, see what they say about of, word up. Ride the wave to success like surf's up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn. I'm the best rapper that you never heard of, word up. Ride the wave to success like surf's up. Lyrical assassin, aka Mr. Burn Up. You don't know about me though, you need to learn up. Go around and find out, see what they say about me. Say Vito, go around and find out, see what they say about me. Say Vito, go around and find out, see what they say about me. Say Vito, go around and find out, see what they say about me. Say about me. Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Exclusive. Flatline, no post, baby dying, wasn't even close. I got him from a far away, thought he was invincible, but he died today. Tornado F5 blazer warpath, build quality flow made the outlast. Everybody on the track trying to break bad. You ain't Heisenberg, you ain't Herman Ass. Ego got you thinking it can protect you from a killing. Verbal shot spitting, now you JFK and Lincoln. While I'm dipping Boscadine, hitting in the Lincoln. I got that wolf babe, so it ain't even stinking. Like that body when I'm done with it. Talking real, probably buddy, you gon' get it. No subliminal shots, please be specific, cause I'm waving the fofo once the dough kicked in. Word to Notorious B.I.G. You better think twice before you try to battle me. I'm not playing no games on cars with casualties. Your family love your dog, man, they don't wanna see. Flatline, no post, baby dying, wasn't even close. I got him from a far away, thought he was invincible, but he died today. Flatline, no post, baby dying, wasn't even close. I got him from a far away, thought he was invincible, but he died today. Real king ruler spitting written no medulla. Mind a computer flow, grime in the sewer. Disgusting verses causing concussions. Van Gogh masterpiece when I'm paintbrushing. Take the opposition out, no tiptoeing. Fake confidence, they get when they be blowing. Reality and your perception is a thin line, so blow it up your nose. Hit me baby one more time. See through the fake, that's Neo in the Matrix. Your favorite rapper got me in they playlist. Most rappers follow styles, they basic. I just do beat though, that's how I stay sick. They be saying what they gonna do to me. You know that ain't nothing new to me. All it take is eye contact usually, cause deep down they know the album gonna be flatline, no post, baby dying, it wasn't even close. I got him from a far away, thought he was invincible, but he died today. Flatline, no post, baby dying, it wasn't even close. I got him from a far away, thought he was invincible, but he died today. Flatline, no post, baby dying, wasn't even close. I got him from a far away, thought he was invincible, but he died today. Flatline, no post, baby dying, wasn't even close. I got him from a far away, thought he was invincible, but he died today. Thirsty Thursday. Exclusive. Thirsty Thursday. Exclusive.
All right, that was Betho with Flatline. Before that was Best Rapper You Never Heard Of, also by Betho. And that's really just about everything I have to play for you today. If you enjoyed the artists that you heard today, Aligned at Variance, The Twisted Roots, me, and Betho, we'll be performing together this Thursday night, September 26th at The Mill. Show starts at 9 p.m. If you are there, come talk to me and tell me that you listen to this radio show. That would be nice to hear in public sometime. It'll be fun. It'll be fun for all. It'll be fun for me, I hope. Well, I have a few things to plug before I leave the studio for today. Excuse the mic noise for a second here. Okay. As I said, we've got a show this Thursday. You know that. I've been repeating that over and over again. But there are also a couple other shows this week that you may be interested in. At Trumpet Blossom this Friday, September 27th, a show starting at 8:30 p.m. Histo, Rubber, and Sengoku will be performing together. And then on next Sunday, September 29th, at the Yacht Club, a show starting at 9 p.m. Ariana Hodes, apologies if I said your last name wrong, will be joined by locals Joe Sorensen and William and the Wildflowers. Joe Sorensen is a close friend of the show. He's been on here a couple times. Actually, Rubber has too, so pretend I said that for the previous show as well. Friends of the show, Rubber, and friend of the show, Joe Sorensen. You've got opportunities to see them this week. All great performers. And looking forward to the rest of the season, we've got, mark your calendars for these well ahead of time, so you know they're coming. We've got iHearIC concerts on October 25th at Trumpet It's too early for me to be saying these words. October 25th at Trumpet Blossom, November 21st at The Mill, and December 13th again at Trumpet Blossom. All those shows are going to start at 9. They're all going to be local performers. Actually, I've got one group from out of town coming in, but I'll announce that probably next week. Mark your calendars for those shows. They'll be fun. All of them will be great times. If you are interested in seeing me perform, you just loved me playing The Way by Fastball so much that you just can't resist coming out to see me live. There are a few opportunities over the next couple months. I'll be opening for Tom Cridland at the Yacht Club on October 6th. The show starts at 8 p.m. I'll be doing the same thing I'm doing this week, the same thing I did here in the studio. I'll be playing songs from the Now That's What I Call Music compilation CD. So if you want to see me play pop covers, there's a chance there. And then later next month, October 17th at 9 p.m., I'll be opening for Anna Lilly. She is a violinist. She performs songs with her violin. She sings, that kind of thing. I'll be opening for her, playing my piece Modal Exploration on my tenor sax. Modal Exploration is a piece that I demonstrated here on the radio show back in January or February of this year. It's been a while since I performed it, so that'll be fun. And then almost at the end of next month, October 29th at 8 p.m. at the Yacht Club, we've got Free Weird Music number 2. I forgot to mention that earlier. Free Weird Music that we did Friday night, me, Will Yeager, and Mall of America at the Yacht Club. That was a really fun show. Thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you to the Yacht Club for hosting. Thank you to Will and Phil for joining me on the stage. That was a great show. And we're doing the sequel next month, Free Weird Music 2 at Yacht Club, October 29th, 8 p.m. I will be performing with Gabby Vanek. We'll be doing our Drop Bear thing. We've decided we're going to go unplugged for this one. So it'll just be bassoon and saxophone, no electronics. We'll see how that works out. There will also be performances by The Only Ion and Hobby Horse. All three of those performances should be super. And that's all the shows I'm going to plug today. If you liked today's radio show and you want to listen to it again, or you want to listen to any previous episodes, you're in luck. I record every single episode of this and I upload all of them to the internet. You can listen to every single episode I've done as a podcast. Today was episode number 89, by the way. So you've got quite a backlog if you're just tuning in now for the first time. You can find that podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Mixcloud, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Spotify. We've also, of course, got an RSS feed that you can use in any of your podcasting apps. And you can find links to all of that stuff on our website, iHearIC.com. You'll also find links to all of our social media, etc. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, Instagram, Bandcamp, all that stuff. And if you are a person out there who wants to get involved with the iHearIC program or get in touch with me for any reason at all, I accept all communications, all attempts at correspondence at ihearic@gmail.com. It's IHEARIC if you do not know how to spell it. gmail.com. I'll be back here in the studio next week. It's going to be another early one. I plan on starting at 8 a.m. sharp. And I'm dreading it, but hopefully these two will be the only early ones I have to do for a while. That's what happens when I have to schedule myself for work on all day on a Sunday. But yeah, next week's show will be a recap of this Thursday's concert, so you'll hear clips from the live show, in case you couldn't make it in person. Thank you all for listening. I hope you have a good week. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this at the top of the show. Today's episode is dedicated to my friends Kate and Eric Skinner. They got married last night. It was a fun wedding. Good to see all of our old friends. Well, most of our old friends. They weren't all there, but it was a good time. They're good people. I love them. I love pretty much everyone that was at that wedding. It was a wonderful night. I'm going to close out today with some new music that I found on Bandcamp by searching the Iowa City tag. This is from a band called Sincerely Empty. It's from their new album released last week. I think it was on September 12th. The album is called A Change in Scenery, ... And this song is called Say It Like You Mean It. And once the song is over, you'll hear no more from me. So, signing off. Thank you for listening. See you later.
She asked me, why does nobody love me? I said, girl, why you talking so crazy? There used to be a time before you were mine when I just wanted to know your name. Tell me how that is, because I just can't see how anyone would want to know me. I just can't seem to find a reason behind why you would want to stay. Say you want me here today. Don't pick me up to put me down. I don't wanna force someone to be around. And say you'll always look at me that way. Promise me you'll never lie. After all the times we tried to say goodbye, I ask you one more time before we go. Tell me all the things I need to know and keep me in your arms, but please don't break me. I'm counting on you to hold me safely. She asked me, why does nobody love me? I said, girl, why you talking so crazy? There used to be a time before you were mine when I just wanted to know your name. Tell me how that is, because I just can't see how anyone would want to know me. I just can't seem to find a reason behind why you would want to stay. Say you want me here today. Don't pick me up to put me down. I don't wanna force someone to be around. And say you'll always look at me that way. Promise me you'll never lie. After all the times we tried to say goodbye, I ask you one more time before we go. Tell me all the things I need to know and keep me in your arms, but please don't break me. I'm counting on